Hey, good morning, Carly. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. Well, thanks for the opportunity to chat with you because I am such a huge fan of the show since day one. And I have to ask you, I mean, what do you think it is about Mr. Robot that just keeps us so compelled to keep watching this?
I think there are many things about it. I think one of the biggest things is that it's very current and feels
Yeah.
just so relevant to what's going on, and even ahead of its time. I think that it's very authentic and honest, and in the same way that nothing is CGI'd, everything is very real and true to human existence and relationships
Yeah.
and just everything that's going on in the world today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually frightening how scary and how real some of it is. And
Yes.
I was wondering from you, now that you've been on the show, we're in this third season now. Are you more paranoid about things than you were before you started working on this?
Oh, yeah. Before I started working on this show, the idea of hackers or hacking or, you know, any of that stuff never even crossed my mind. Technology and
Yeah.
was never a part of my life aside from, my cell phone. So it was starting in the very beginning, and just learning about hackers and what they're capable of, and just this whole other world has really opened my eyes and has changed my view on a lot of things. And yeah, it's pretty terrifying.
Yeah, yeah, I know, really, and like I say, you're living it out for us. So thanks for taking one for the team. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome.
What could I say? What a great cast, and I first want to ask you about working with Rami because he's so awesome in this role as Elliot. And what is it like with that dynamic between the two of you? Because there's such heavy scenes most of the time between everybody in this movie. But how do you guys lighten it up when you're offset?
It's funny because in between, we're all so light and have so much fun on set. And Rami and I are very close, and the whole cast is really close. And he really is kind of like my brother in real life. And so there are scenes where we'll be like laughing and then, they'll call action and we're like, get really serious. Um,
Yeah.
but it's amazing, working with people that are so talented. It just raises the bar for you as an actor. And, we trust each other, which is a big thing. And, for scenes that are really heavy and really intense, just knowing that we're in it together makes it so much easier. And,
Yeah.
and it just having people around you that support you so much and make it safe to fail and make it safe to mess up and
Yeah.
play
I'm
off one
sure.
another.
Absolutely. Is it tough when you're doing those scenes when Christian Slater has to, come in and then you've got Rami off to the side? Like, how do you manage that? And there's long takes, I understand too, and you have to do it a lot of times.
Yeah, so episode 2, we had that scene that was all in one shot where, I
Yes.
wake up and Elliot's there, and then they come into me, and while they're tight on my face, Elliot and Mr. Robot, switch. So Christian and Rami were
Hmm.
switching, and I had to keep my eye line the same while they were doing it. So, you know, at season 1, it was tricky and weird, and it's always hard, especially when new people come on the show. When a person walks
Yeah.
into a room, you want to look at them, but when Christian walks into a room, you can't look at him because he's not there to everyone else. But
Right.
it's something that you know 3 seasons later I've gotten used to, in the same way of Elliot's voiceover. Bobby Cannavale started with us, and when we were doing a scene, he
Yes.
was like, okay, what do we do while he's doing his voiceover? Or how do we know when to
Yeah.
start? And so that's another thing that's become really second nature to me, of being able to kind of like know exactly when he's done and coming in at the right time.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, very complicated. And I was wondering working for you, I know for me, a lot of times after I watch the show, I have to go back and read synopsises because, like, am I stupid or am I missing things? Do you have to like read the scripts 100 times to kind of say like, oh yeah, okay, I get it? It's a complicated show. You have to really pay attention.
Oh yeah. And I still don't get half of the things too. Um,
Okay, good. I don't feel so
yeah,
bad.
no, you're not alone. I had to, before we started season 3, I rewatched season 2 to remember
Yeah.
everything. And there were so many times where I was like, oh, that's what was happening. Oh, I get it now. Or all the time, we're always like, Sam, what is going on and what does this mean?
Yeah.
It's just so nuanced, and there are so many just small little details that tell you so much that most people miss, or even I miss. So
Yeah.
you really have to pay attention.
Yeah, you absolutely do. Now, I just want to know when we're going to see Darlene smile. Like, just make her happy. Really, you're just in this deep, dark depression, wearing this dark makeup and sweatpants now this year. Come on, really, when are we going to have you happy?
I don't know. I actually am trying to think of when she does smile this season. But
Barely. Well, we've never really seen it that much. So, you got to work on that, Carly.
I know. Well, I'm smiling right now.
Good. I'm glad everybody's going to see. She really can smile in real life. So, what else do you have going on aside from Mr. Robot? Do you have other things coming up?
Yeah, I have a movie called People You May Know that I did a little cameo in that comes out to select theaters, I think next month, but also on demand.
Good.
And I have a lot of my own kind of art stuff that I do because I'm a painter. So,
Yeah.
and work with kids and do a lot of art and art stuff like that on the side also.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, congratulations to you. You have a ton of fans, Mr. Robot fans here in Canada. We just love the show,
Thank
and
you.
just please keep it coming. And what a pleasure to talk to you this morning. Please, lots more seasons of Mr. Robot. Okay.
Thank you.